impressive power wrestlers I've ever seen, and I've seen him absolutely dominate in Major League Wrestling, MLW, for the past several years. One of the most dominant world champions MLW's ever seen when he defeated Jacob Fatu.
His opponent, being accompanied by Rohan Raja from Brisbane, Australia, is the reigning and defending PWA Champions Grail holder, Ravenous Rohan Raja.
And anyone that was following along on MLP social media this afternoon may have seen the arrival of Rohan Raja along with Aurora Tevis. The first time we've seen them together, and obviously a business relationship has been struck, and in a timely manner as well, with the threat Raja has to face tonight.
Raja is an impressive young guy. What I love about him is confidence. He is brimming with it.
Both Raja and Aurora Tevis trained under Yuki Ishikawa over in Japan. Know each other very well, but that's something we've come to know very well. The Champions Grail, recognized the world over, PWA in Australia, QPW in Qatar, certainly MLP here in Canada. A joint recognition throughout the world that combines the lineages of the trophy held by Riki Dozan back in 1962, all the way up to the Wrestling Revolution project held by Kenny Omega, their championship back in 2011, and all points in between, decades and decades of history.
So I noticed we're talking about Japanese wrestling. You mentioned Kenny Omega, and
yes.
I'm guessing someone told you to do that. Kenny Omega, I mean, I don't want to talk about, I want to talk about Takeshita, and I really want to talk about Okada, who is in the Don Callis family, and in a very short period of time at All In, Okada is going to put to rest the legend of Kenny Omega. I can't wait for All In Dallas, Texas on the 12th of July.
Well, that's certainly possible. You made sure it's a less than 100% Kenny Omega, but that will happen in a week's time. Right now, Rohan Raja is playing it smart against Alex Hammerstone, Mr. Super Heavyweight California. Alex Hammerstone, competitive bodybuilder, has won championships and accolades in everything he's tried. I think Hammerstone would make an incredible representative of the PWA Champions Grail. How about it?
I'll say this, Hammerstone always looks great. He knows exactly what to do in that ring. Looks a lot like a former partner of mine, the franchise Shane Douglas.
There you go. Shout out to the Chives, my fellow Pittsburgh buddy.
You're from Pittsburgh?
I am, yeah.
Oh, wow. I've got a good friend in Pittsburgh. He's on the radio there.
Okay, shout out Double M. Here's Alex Hammerstone, who sends Raja into the corner. Fires away with the forearms. They got a close confines. It's going to be all advantage Hammerstone, who spent 644 days as MLW World Champion, 854 days as the inaugural MLW Openweight Champion, was never beaten for that title. Forfeited it when he won the world title, man.
Well, right now he's just too much man, too much wrestler for this poor young kid.
As Raja met his match as he's clotheslined to the outside. Raja says he's ravenous, he's hungry for competition and success, he's insatiable. He always wants more, bigger, better. But, you know, math will say, Ton, eventually you'll get big enough, you'll get good enough that you can't climb that mountain. Is tonight that night? Oh,
I do think that Raja did a smart thing now. He kind of seems to be trying to let Hammerstone gas himself out a little bit. When you're that big and strong, doesn't matter what kind of condition you're in, you're carrying a lot of muscle, and it can really rob your oxygen muscles.
And that's an impressive slam by Raja, who's certainly outsized by Hammerstone, but certainly when you consider the heart, the leverage, a little bit of all of the above, Raja able to elevate the big man, and that padding is not going to do much to protect the spine of Hammerstone. If anything, it's going to protect the floor more than these athletes.
And I think Raja's smart, you know, keep him on the outside for a while, make him chase you a little bit. Now he's got control.
Raja In control of Hammerstone now, targeting that lower back. As we remind you, this matchup is presented to you by Breadth Consulting. Enhance, protect, enjoy your wealth. And it's certainly been a wealth of riches for Rohan Raja as he's traveled the world defending the Champions Grail, whether it's Australia, Canada, the United States, India, or Qatar. Raja has the pressure on his shoulders to showcase why that title is so important. And Hammerstone, certainly, you're a strategist, Don. You can speak to the fact that when you're a power-based wrestler, so much of what you do is compromised if you have a back injury.
100%. They always say, you know, take out the legs. I like taking out the back better because that really has an effect on everything, as you say.
Raja's had successful title defenses against the likes of Jake Something and Robbie Eagles, Bhupinder Gujjar, Rich Swann.
All of those names you mentioned are great,
yeah,
but they're not Alex Hammerstone, let's be honest.
They're not, and I would agree with that 100%. Again, I can attest to it, seeing Hammerstone carry MLW on his back for so many years. And there's a 2 count only that time, and certainly what Hammerstone's done in recent times in TNA and NXT, everywhere he's popped up. And I think Hammerstone is not used to being in this position where he's so vulnerable so long, and that speaks to the strategy that Rohan Raja's coming to this matchup with.
Yeah, so far I love the game plan of Rohan Raja here. He's really taking control, and I think Hammerstone's just trying to get his legs under him again. Oh, this is trouble here.
Yeah, you can see the intensity in the eyes, but Raja breaks the grip. Hammerstone, the belly back suplex.
Nicely executed there by Hammerstone.
Hammerstone has that moment of reprieve he has needed. Shake off the damage done to the back, to the kidneys. And Hammerstone, deceptively quick and agile for his size. Don't take that away from his game. Hammerstone's far from one-dimensional, but Raja, pinpoint precision on the knee of Hammerstone. And let's bring this forward, Don. It was last year that Hammerstone suffered a severe knee injury that really snowballed his momentum, his being Hammerstone's, and put him on the shelf for a number of months, mentally and physically. A great strategy.
I was going to say, a little surprised he went for that jumping pump kick there, because you land the wrong way even on that. With your knee, you could be in some serious, serious jeopardy.
Hammerstone to the rope rather than try to power his way out. Not sure how much we can read into that based on the damage to the knee or the back. But
he's dragging that left leg, which tells me that's a back injury, maybe impinging on a nerve there, sciatic.
Well, Hammer's got enough footing underneath him to fire those forearm shots.
Oh. Hate to see that.
Well, Raja got rocked with that most recent shot, and Hammer sees the opening, hits the combo in the roundhouse. Is Hammer your next Champions Grail title holder? Raja the drop kick. And Hammer breaking out a little sick kick.
Both men down, referee checking.
Very concerned look on the outside from Aurora Tevis as she looks on as Rohan Raja just barely moving at this point, but Hammerstone not much better. Don, this is the point of the matchup where you see who digs down deeper, has that heart of a champion, has that desire to go the extra mile. You notice Hammer's mobility is compromised. He's favoring that back, trying to keep it in place. Oh, but got the full extension on the back body drop.
Fantastic back body drop there by Hammerstone.
And the fact that Hammerstone is that powerful, much less than 100%, speaks volumes to what this man brings into the fight. Raja was waiting. All but Hammer explodes with a belly to belly.
He launched him.
Almost Steiner-esque into the cover, and Raja slides the shoulder. You think the back injury could have altered or compromised Hammer's ability to get the positioning he wanted on that pinfall.
I think so. He seems like he's really in some pain here, and you can see how he's getting up. The legs are not all the way underneath him, and that speaks to a back injury.
Well, that motion may speak to Hammerstone's signature maneuver, the nightmare pendulum, and if he can hit it, we are almost guaranteed a new champion. Oh, but Raja slips out the back door, block of the forearm. Raja blocked the suplex as well. Got his foot behind the ankle, but could not stop the pump kick. And Hammer fires off the German release. Oh! Hammer was looking for some kind of high-impact power move, but Raja caught him off balance. Hit that back body drop. Jeez.
Oh.
Hammer's going for it again.
Great counter.
Yeah, may
Here
not
we
be
go.
wise. Jackknife pin, shoulders are down. And Hammer escapes. Jeez.
Wow, clubbing clothesline there.
Just waited for him. Hammer undaunted. Looking for this. Elevated sit-out powerbomb. Good night. No!
I'm actually shocked that Raja was able to kick out. That was a tremendous powerbomb.
That may be that ravenous side of Raja's Hammerstone. So much going through his mind. I think Hammerstone would have put all the money down in Vegas that was 3. And Hammerstone may be asking, what's next? How can I beat and unseat this man who for 259 some odd days has traveled the world with the champion's Grail?
There's that back, look, wow.
Yeah.
And as strong as he is, this should be easy, but that speaks to that back injury.
Elbow to the side of the jaw.
Raja's busted open in the mouth.
It's been physical as hell. One of those elbows I think gets from Hammer. Oh, the backstabber!
And that might be it.
Right on the injured part of the body. Raja hooks the leg for 2.
Champion's instinct there. In this case, from Hammerstone.
Even with the damage done, you can see the power behind those kickouts from Alex Hammerstone. And even though his body must be screaming and not cooperating the way he may want as a power wrestler, he is not ready by a long shot to concede this fight. A jumping forearm and Hammerstone with a straight right cross. And Hammerstone, you can see the pain across his face.
Look out now.
Wait, that's Aurora paying dividends. And wait, come on. Rohan Raja went downstairs. Aurora Tevis the distraction. And that's called the feast. And Raja will feast on a victory. He beats Hammerstone, retains champion's Grail.
Here's your winner, and still the PWA Champions Grail holder, Rohan Raja.
Well, Don, you talked about the war wounds, the busted mouth. Raja went through hell, but came out on the other side, still the champion, but give an assist to Aurora from the outside as we take back the, look at some of this onslaught, the bounce off that concrete wood floor of Hammerstone, came back with a sit kick. The sit-down powerbomb, this is when Hammer thought he had it. And maybe the mental edge of Hammerstone changed, and certainly did there. The low blow after Aurora Tevis. The feast gets hit and may pale in comparison to the victory feast of Rohan Raja later tonight. Rohan Raja still the champion.